Hey guys, I've decided that, you know, might as well show you what my keybinds are and whatnot for controllers specifically. As you can see down at the bottom, left trigger is for GA. Jump is still square. My heal beam is on my right trigger. My damage boost is on my right bumper. So there's that. And my crouch is actually on my left bumper, right above my GA. So when I go to GA with my controller, I can just push the buttons very easily. It kind of clears up some of my stuff so I don't have to move my hand or my thumbs off the joysticks, because that's annoying and can get you killed. Changing weapons is on my right D-pad. My ping wheel is on left D-pad. My normal communication wheel is on the down D-pad, because if I'm moving around, I can still kind of open up my D-pad really quickly for, say, you know, a voice line or, you know, whatever. Down D-pad is also how I can get to my emotes and my voice lines, as it is with, you know, anyone else's communication wheel. But I don't know if they fixed it. Probably not, because it's Blizzard. Why would they? What it says, or at least what it said in my sorry, my cat wants to be all over my microphone. What it says in the settings is something completely different. If you're wondering why my sensitivity is at 10, it's because I have 1600 DPI, and that feels fast enough for me. My controller sensitivities are both at 100 because I want to be able to look around as fast as possible, especially going against PC players, because yes, I use controller on PC most of the time still. I have problems with my hands where I have, like, because I used to write a lot and draw all the time, so sometimes using a mouse and keyboard causes me discomfort. So I switch back to controller, and oddly enough, controller feels smoother because I can infinitely turn in a direction. And when I have people running around me trying to, you know, shoot me, it's easier for me to be able to do this, because you'd be surprised how many people want to run around me in circles to shoot me. Especially tracers blinking all over the place. It's just easier, personally. Of course, I'm also just not used to aiming on mouse and keyboard. I'm hoping to get better, but I don't know. While it's nice being able to do a lot more, you know, fine stuff like with all the buttons on the keyboard, it's sometimes annoying, sometimes not even worth it. Because I guess mainly because I'm still used to controller more, because controller is what I've been playing since I was little. Even though I stopped playing video games when I was young because of situations, it's still the one I was using when I was younger, and it's the one I started using when I started gaming again at 18, when I bought my PlayStation 4, because I'm on a PlayStation. What else am I going to use? Because most games won't let you use a mouse and keyboard, and I didn't see a reason to. Okay, so in the settings, oh, also, if you're wondering, I use a PS5 controller, and Blizzard's stupid, and they use whatever that's called, Xbox controller settings. It's dumb. But anyway, my aim smoothing is actually something I learned recently. It was by default turned all the way up, and I don't know why that's on 20. Because that was also turned all the way up. I thought it turned it down all the way, whatever. My aim smoothing slows down your ability to turn. So if I go like this, you can see how fast I turn. And if I go in and turn it all the way back up, it looks the same if you're not on. This is definitely different, not nearly as fast. Basically what aim smoothing does is it tries to make sure your movement is smooth. It's more noticeable on something like on something like dual zone, which is what you start out on. So this is turning on dual zone. Turning on dual zone. And then this with aim smoothing all the way down. Much faster, much nicer. Much more responsive. That's why, that's the wrong one. That's why I prefer smoothing off. And I've gone to linear because linear is very simple. If you move your joystick to the right 25%, you will move at 25% of your maximum speed. And it works like that with all of it. DualSense controller trigger effect. I turned that off ages ago when I first got this controller. And as you can see, the game knows I'm using a PS5 controller and it still wants to show me the Xbox ones. Stop it. Sometimes I don't even know what it wants me to do. Because I've never really used an Xbox controller. I don't like them. But I have that off because that's kind of annoying. Force keyboard user interface. That's stupid. I don't know why you would use that. Legacy movement aim. I don't know what that is, but that's off. Swap movement aim. Absolutely not. Vibration is on because, I don't know, it's always been on. It's a nice little bit of responsiveness that I kind of missed when I was on mouse and keyboard. My inversions are obviously off because that would be a nightmare. If you were wondering about my reticle, which is a small circle, this is what it is. So if you want to try that out, it's really good for characters like Kiri, at least from what I saw and felt, because it, I'm not sure how to explain it. It feels more accurate. It feels like I'm able to actually hit shots with it this without, you know, wondering why I'm missing the head. I did that a lot when I was on my normal crosshair. I thought I was aiming at the head, but I wasn't. Apparently, I was aiming slightly too low or whatever, but this has fixed that a lot with me. That's all default. Is AX. See, this is hard to do because it's so dumb. But like, here's where it gets really dumb. Okay, let me make sure we're down far enough that you can see. Okay. Ability 1 is on left bumper. That is inaccurate. Crouch is on my left bumper. Ability 2 on right bumper. Incorrect. Ability 2 is on my R3, so pushing down my, or L3, pushing down my left joystick. Ability 3 being on Y, which is triangle, is correct. And then interact, it has on left down, I think that is. Pushing the button down. That is incorrect. My interact, I'm pretty sure, is on circle or square. One of those two. Primary fire is not on right trigger. It is on... Oh no, because primary fire is healing, ain't it? That's stupid. Anyway, that one's correct. My secondary fire is not on left trigger. That's my GA. My secondary fire, which is blue beam, is on my right bumper. That's what I was saying. It's so stupid. They don't even know what they're doing in this. Like, if I ever have to reinstall this game, I'm going to cry because I'm going to suffer trying to... Of course, I have it on my PlayStation, and surprisingly, on my PlayStation, it's the exact same way, where all of my inputs are wrong in here, and if I try to put them in as what I would actually use, it doesn't work. I'll be using my L3 to damage boost somebody or something like that, if I remember correctly from when I tried. It was ridiculous. It was dumb. It was annoying. Quick melee is on my right joystick push down though, because it's just simpler when I'm shooting someone up close and I need to melee them to finish them off. That's a lot easier. Reload, I don't know what X is on Xbox. I think it's circle. I don't know. I don't know the keybinds of Xbox. And next weapon is indeed on that. So surprisingly, they got that right. But like, for some reason, all of this is screwed way the fuck up. I don't get it. I will never understand it. I don't know what happened. It worked for years. It showed exactly what I was using when I first switched my keybinds. It worked. It went to what exactly I was trying to have it use, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, I think it was something with Overwatch 2. When Overwatch 2 came out, even though I got to keep all my keybinds, you know, it didn't reset your settings like that. It screwed up in the settings. I don't know what's going on with it. It's so stupid. Probably should have shown this one. Let's see. Yeah. My secondary fire, because this is specifically Mercy. Toggle crouch is on left bumper. Jump, I guess A is square. Ability 1. Ability 2 is not right bumper. Ability 3 is triangle. Interact is, I think, square for me. Primary fire. See, my secondary fire is all screwed up. For Mercy specifically. Because primary fire is correct. It is on trigger. My right trigger. But my secondary fire is not on my left stick. Why does it show that? I don't understand. There's a few, it's just, I don't know what's going on with it. It's a mess. For most of my interface is the exact same. I don't think I've ever actually done anything. Yeah. Communication menu, as you can see, it's down, and these are the ones I have. I have thank you, group up, you're welcome, my ultimate status. I have sorry, goodbye, hello, and yes. Because it's funny saying goodbye to people when they fall off the map or die because they're being idiots. Saying sorry, you know, oh, I did something dumb, I need to say sorry type thing. Can't get to the additional communications because obviously I don't have those bound anywhere. Ping and world is correct, and these are the ones I'm using. I don't think I actually changed any of them. The main one I actually use is fallback. Ping sensitivities, I don't think I've ever changed those. My emotes, I don't have any specifically bound, but I have my spray menu bound to up. And I almost always use my spray down. It's my main one. But yeah, that's my settings for Mercy. I actually forgot to change the character I was on, so that whole rant earlier, forget that, but it's still wrong. If anyone else has this issue, let me know, because I don't know what's going on. I know a lot of people probably don't even know it's an issue, but because I got a laptop, I think a couple months after after Overwatch 2 came out, and I had to do these inputs and it wasn't working, that's how I found out. So I guess a lot of people probably don't even realize that's a thing. Because if they switch to a computer, they're going to switch to keyboard and mouse. So there's probably a lot of people that don't even know it's a thing, that it might actually be a thing for everyone. But I'm not sure. Kiriko settings. Let's see, are these all screwed up? Secondary fire is damaged, so that's on the right thing. Primary fire, that's correct. Interact is correct. I actually don't think I changed much of anything. I just switched these two around. Yeah, most of everything for her is easy and simple. Up here we have the hero specifically, all that's the same. This is the same. I toggle the healing off because that can get you in trouble if you're stuck healing the entire thing. So step sensitivity, I have that turned all the way up so that if I have to turn around and escape really quick, I can do that. If you have automatic climb walls on, you're dumb. I'm sorry. It's not good. You'll walk up to a wall and accidentally climb it when you don't mean to. Healing Ofuda cancels reload. I have that as yes because I might be trying to reload, but all of a sudden, oh, I have a teammate that needs healing. I'm going to heal them first. That is the importance. I have the healing Ofuda off because there's no reason to have it on, really. In my personal opinion, there's really no reason to have my healing Ofuda on. It just takes up the screen. As you can see, I have different settings for few. I have Ana, which is nano boost requires target confirmation. If you ever play Ana or you know someone that plays Ana, have them turn this on. It keeps you from nano boosting the wrong person. Say, oh, I want to nano boost my visoring soldier, but Mercy walks in front of me as I'm pushing the button and it nanos Mercy. This will keep that from happening. You push the button for your ult once and it'll bring up a little UI with the character's face and you have to push the button again to have it actually go off. It has been a massive help. But I think everything else is fine. Quick melee. Oh yeah, I rebound quick melee pretty much all over the place. Just in general here. I don't know why it's showing up special. Let's see. Who else do I have? Let's see. What does she even have on her? I see nothing special. Disable train. Oh, if you play... I know this is a support main type channel, especially Mercy and Kiri. But, you know, I like to play other characters. I'm not a one-trick. Never have been. Probably never will be. I know it looks like that with Mercy being at level 71. But I'm specifically trying to get her to level 75 before next season because with the way next season looks with Hog and Mauga coming out, it feels like it's going to be a heavy Kiri season. And I want Kiri to be my second highest, taking over Diva, who is my second highest currently at 130 hours. But if you didn't notice, if you have... let's see. Let me get back to the thing. Because I want to give this a small demonstration. Okay. Sombra. So if I throw... I'm looking this way. And I throw my translocator. As I'm throwing, I can turn my face around. Or my camera around. I can look in a different direction. If you have the locking the face... the way you're facing when you're moving, if I throw it, I wouldn't be able to look around. If I throw it, I'd be stuck like this until I finish translocating. And that's not really a good thing to do. Whereas if I have it off or on, whatever the setting is, as long as I don't have it, you know, where it locks me in, you're able to look around. You're able to change the way you're looking so you're not stuck facing whatever the person is that you're fighting. Say I'm being shot at or whatever from behind me, but my team is back there, but I want to be able to see. So I'm gonna do this and I can still see them and I'll be able to damage them from up here. Or say, oh, I want to do an EMP thing, but I throw it too far. Oops, I'm too far. Let me turn around. So, it's a really good setting to have turned to where you can look around more. So if you don't have that turned on, even if you don't play her, I suggest going in and turning that to where you can look around. Same thing with Ana. Even if you don't play Ana, just go in there and turn on nano boost confirmation, because if you play Ana, that will save your ass so many times. Same with Kiri's swift step sensitivity. You want to turn those way up. Same with healing Ofuda sensitivity. If they're not already turned all the way up, turn them all the way up. And toggle healing Ofuda needs to be off. It's just not going to do you any good. Same with climbing walls. If you have that on, turn it off. and the healing with the UI, you really don't need it. You don't need to know how many you have, because either you throw them all out or you throw out a few, and it reloads like really fast, like instantaneously. So it's not even worth it to really have it on. But other than that, there's really not much. Those are the only 4 characters I have different settings on. Mercy is probably the most different. But let's go down to hero specific on Mercy, because I have my, as you can see, my sensitivity is extremely high. I have it at 100% because screw you, I don't care. So I have my Caduceus Blaster aim sensitivity to 75%, and that 75% is 75% of what the 100 is, so it's just 75%. It makes it easier to shoot, you know, since I have my aim so high, or my sensitivity so high for Mercy, and all my characters on controller are at 100% because like I said, I like to be able to look around really fast, especially against PC people. I need to be able to move really fast, but I have that 75%. I may turn it down a little bit more since I have switched to linear ramp instead of DualSense. I have my Caduceus Blaster input set to match both, because while it was set to like my primary fire, which for them is healing, that works on controller, but on mouse and keyboard it doesn't, because I switch my primary and secondary fire, which is healing and damage boost on there. I switch that, so damage boost is primary fire. And I have a cat, sorry. He is being annoying. So I just have that set to match both, because it's just easier to make sure that I can actually shoot someone when I switch. Sorry if you saw that switch, it's my cat being annoying. Bean. Sorry. But as you can see, I have Rise During Valkyrie with ability 3 off, because I can do that with my jump button. My jump button's closer to my looking around button anyways, so I'd rather just have that instead of going way out of my way to push my triangle. Or my Q, because if I have to move my fingers off of my directional buttons to push Q to move up, it's just easier to use the space button. Crouch activates Angelic Descent. I have that on because I use crouch to super jump. Everyone does. That's how you do it. And usually when I super jump, I want to stay in the air, so it automatically keeps me in the air. And then instead of moving my button off or my finger off of the button to look around, so off of my right trigger to push square to activate Angelic Descent and have to hold that, no, I can just push my left bumper again to activate it. It just gives you more options and a bit more freedom. Secondary fire activates Angelic Descent on gamepad. I don't have one of those. I don't know what that is. It's automatically set to on, so whatever. Automatically toggle Angel Descent after Guardian Angel. I have that off, but it does automatically because I have toggle crouch. I know a lot of people might be like, why do you have toggle crouch? Because it's just easier. I can just GA, push the crouch button, and go up in the air, and not have to worry about holding that button down. So I can just push the button once. I push the button once, fingers not even on it, and I'm Angelic Descent. It keeps me from having to, think about that kind of thing, because my brain is scattered, as I'm sure you can easily tell by this video and my last video and probably any of my videos. I am very much a scatterbrain type of person. But if you use controller, whether you're on controller on PC or controller on a console, I suggest turning your aim smoothing all the way down. It gives you better reactivity. It gives you better chance to look around. I know there's a lot of people, zimming is so bad, but I've noticed that a lot of the things people think are zimming are just people who have their aim smoothing turned all the way down, since it's by default all the way up, and use linear ramp instead of dual sense. So it looks faster, it looks snappier, you know. Someone's shooting, turn around, you know. I can move faster using linear ramp. Did I ever switch that back? Hold on. That feels weird. Probably forgot. No, I did switch it. Okay. It's just easier, faster, more responsive than it is with basic dual sense and your thing turned all the way up like it wants to be. Don't ask me what aiming uses and does. I don't actually know. I don't know why I set it 20. I'm just going to leave it. But yeah. These are, I guess, my settings. I wanted to, because, you know, a bunch of high rank Mercies do their own setting videos. Kirikos do their own settings videos. And they're all high ranks. And everyone's like, wow, these must be the end all be all. But settings like this are always, or most of the time, up to preference. I have seen Mercies who probably have a better controller button layout than I do, but I'm scared to try to change it because of how fucked up the settings are, as you can see, given the fact that obviously my secondary fire is not on my left 3. Bean, really? You're gonna try to, whatever. I'm sorry for him. He's god-awful annoying right now. But he's a love bug. But yeah, settings are mostly up to you. What is comfortable for you, what works for you. But the default settings for controller, especially for Mercy, are just so unintuitive and they make things more difficult. That's why I changed them in the first place. I know if you want somebody else's, someone who is top 500, you can watch Andriatic. They have a video about their controller settings, but they have switched to PC and use keyboard and mouse, so I don't know how much you want to take that in. But I figured I'd, you know, let people know, hey, these are what I do. These are the settings I use because, you know, maybe people are curious. Maybe my settings, if someone tries them out, it could help them. To me, it feels much more fluid. It feels more responsive. I don't have to take my fingers off of the analog sticks nearly as much. And it's just better. So, give them a try if you want. Don't necessarily have to, of course. If you have what works for you, that's fine. But try to change those specific settings I mentioned on the other characters, because if you ever play those characters, it'll make it so much easier for you.